Hello, have a wonderful day. I'm Jean Machuca. I'm the founder of QCObjects, and I'm very happy for you because you're interested in to learn more about this wonderful framework. And I'm going to show you how to start from 0 to hero using QCObjects in the Ubuntu server in just one step. So pay attention. I'm going to start now. Here we are. First thing we're going to do is to go to the Virtualbox management system. So Virtualbox is a software where you can create your own virtual machine in the selected software, in the selected operating system, your favorite operating system. So I'm going to choose a name, QCObjects 01, then a memory, 2 gigabytes, it's okay. Create virtual hard disk, okay. BDI, okay. Dynamically allocated, okay. 10 gigabytes for hard disk, okay. So now I'm gonna start the virtual machine and install Ubuntu Server. I'm gonna select one image that is already downloaded, Ubuntu 18 version first. Now the installation is already starting. So in the meantime, I want to invite you to become a sponsor of QCObjects. There is different sponsorship plans for everyone, from $100 to $5,000 on platinum sponsors. So when you are a sponsor of QCObjects, you are contributing to the community to grow, but also you are receiving many of the core benefits of this growing community, but as well, you are in the front line of the advanced features. So you can receive new features, you can propose new features, and also you can contribute to make this software to grow. So I'm going to choose the main options here. Proxy there is no, that's okay. User hard disk, okay. Done. And are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Your name, I'm going to put everything, QCObjects in everything. QCObjects 01 and the server name. Pick a username, QCObjects as well. Choose a password. I will not gonna tell you the password. I'm gonna choose one easy password to remember, but I will not gonna tell you. So install SSH, yes. Import identity, no for now. So okay, this is okay. Now it's starting, and I will continue showing the sponsorship model. Is very simple. You pay monthly in a subscription to contribute to make this software grow, because open source is free, but not for free. So we have to pay cloud costs, and we are planning to make grow the entire ecosystem grows. We are planning to make a big team in every country that QCObjects is implementing, so we can support the companies that are using QCObjects around the world. And for that, we need your help. QCObjects is licensed under the LGPL version 3 of open source license. So you can use QCObjects for your commercial purpose as well. You're not limited to. And you can also use QCObjects in the big software company. You can use QCObjects for low-level projects and for high-level projects, critical mission applications, and to start as well as a beginner. You can use QCObjects as well. So let's go back to the installation. This is still installing, and I'm gonna wait for Ubuntu. In the meantime, I can show you the main page of QCObjects. Here is the main reference where you can find all you have to know about this wonderful framework. In QCObjects.dev, you can become a patron, or you can read the contributing guide if you want to make some contribution of code contribution. And as well, you have the main reference. And this page is made in QCObjects. So if you see that, this is a dynamic component that is reading instantly without any page refreshing like another kind of the frameworks out there, but in a better way. So what we're gonna do now in this tutorial is to install it in Ubuntu. So here is the one-step installation script for Ubuntu. Okay, this is already installed in Ubuntu 18 version, so I'm gonna enter with my username and password. And then here I have a clean and fresh Ubuntu installation. I highly recommend you to install the next script I'm going to show you only in fresh and clean installations of the operating system, because it has inside commands that are installing Node.js as well and setting up some things from scratch. So I will show you. This is the script, one-step installation script for Ubuntu 18 version. And it is working as well in the 16 version, but I highly recommend you to use the 18 version. Now I'm gonna copy that, and then I'm gonna paste in the virtual machine, but first I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna set the bridge network first. For that, I have to see the IP that is 10.0.0. Okay, I'm gonna go settings, then network, and from NAT to bridge. Okay, take my Wi-Fi, and now configure again. Now I have a new one, and okay, I'm gonna reboot the machine. It is starting. Okay, and now I've got the IP is 192.168.0.0. 92.168.0.7. And why do I am doing this? Just to be comfortable with the terminal, because I love my own terminal, not the terminal on Virtualbox. So I prefer to connect by SSH, and then I can work from the terminal, from my own terminal. Now that I am already connected to the server in my virtual machine on Virtualbox, I can start using the installation script of QCObjects. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna use that. And this script will ask me for root permissions. So that's why I say I'm not recommending to use this script in already installed or previous installed Ubuntu installation. Only use this in a fresh and new installation. Now I'm gonna put the password, and QCObjects is installing, and it is installing Node.js. It is refreshing the repositories from Ubuntu, and then it is installing QCObjects with an initial setup, so you can quick start with everything you need. And here we are. Now we have QCObjects installed in our virtual machine. So now all we have to do is to follow the new instructions out there. To create a new PWA, you only have to go to the projects folder that is already created into your installation, and my new app is out there. So here is only a pre-installation of the SDK. If you navigate to Node modules and you will see the SDK pre-installed. There is no code or yet, but to make some code, we need to tell QCObjects create my new app, and this is a progressive web app. So I'm gonna let this blank for now. And now QCObjects is creating your PWA. Now it's on. So to launch my application, I can use QCObjects launch and my app name, but in this occasion, we have already installed a service, a native service. So all we have to do is to tell the shell service QCObjects restart, but it's already started. So we will check the status. It is already started. So if we want to restart the service, we use restart. I have the wrong password. Now it is okay, already restarted. And if I want to stop the service, I use stop. Again, the password. if I want to start the service, again, the password. And to make sure everything is fine before you start coding in your application, you have to check these settings in the config.json file in the server side. By default, QCObjects has been installed into the etc / QCObjects folder. So if we go to the etc QCObjects folder, we're gonna see iconfig.json file. And if we edit that file, inside we have these settings. The first setting is document root. The document root is a folder where you will put your application, and the QCObjects HTTP tool building server will serve the files from that folder to the internet. So it is similar to the Apache webroot, and the relative import path, it is where you put inside the project's path, you put the package base path is where you put your main code. And this is separate from document root because it is for internal purpose. You can separate your document root and your libraries or modules in the node scope, and to make some files not been available from the navigate scope. The domain is by default 0.00 to make available more than one domain in certificates to point that application. If you set one custom domain, you can put that custom domain here or an IP here, but 0.0.0 will allow you to not set any domain and make your application available for any domain that is pointing to the server. And the data path is where you put some files. And the private cert_pem is where you put your certificate to serve in HTTPS context. And your private key_pem, it is where you put your private key for the same purpose. And the backend setting is for where you can put your routes, but in the backend side. But because for the front-end side, it is all automatic. You don't need to set everything up in this file for the front-end side. Only for backend side, you have to put some routes, because if you don't, the HTTP building server will interpret the paths as the raw file. By example, if you point to HTML5 that is not here set up as a route, the HTTP2 building server will serve the HTML file as a native file, and also with JS or with CSS or with any other kind of file. So when you set up this one, only when you need a handler like the native handler or another kind of handler. And the best way to handle a path, it is a microservice. So you set up here a microservice that is a package, right, wrote in QC into the QCObjects syntaxes, and with that, QCObjects will find the microservice in there, will execute for you in linked to the path you set up here. This is very powerful feature. I think it is for now only present in the QCObjects HTTP 2 built-in server. And now we have set everything up, so we can start our application that is in home, QCObjects, projects, my new app. This is the code, the generated code of the first command we have executed. That is QCObjects create my new app -pwa. Do you remember the IP? I not remember. So I will check it. Okay, this is 192.168.0.7. Good go. This is a Mac, so to visit a website that is not with the right certificate, I can't execute that without a password. So this is my PWA that was generated by the code in the boilerplate from the Glide tool. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Thank you very much for everything, and I'll see you soon in the next event. See you later.